I mean, just imagine this. I'm 56 years old. I'm in IT. I mean, I'm an application architect. I'm an application architect. What do you think of application architect makes walking out of school and into a job? Come on, man. All right. But the reason why I called in, right, was now we keep on talking about this foreign earned income exclusion, right? So let's make sure that's clear, right? Like that, I think, is applicable more for a person like Austin or a person that is working outside of the country, right? Earning money outside of the country. So, like, in other words, me, right? Just say last week I got to 600,000 in treasuries, right? So I'm going to generate just say 4.5% interest on that. I'll be making 24,000 a year just on my treasuries, right? But if I'm living in Thailand, I'm still going to pay taxes on that interest. I'm not getting away from paying taxes on the interest that I make on those treasuries. And I also get a pension. When I get my pension, I'm still going to be paying taxes on my pension. When I eventually get, any capital gains that any money that I make on, just say, Google, Amazon, on capital gains money, right? I'm going to pay taxes on that money. Any dividend that's generated, in my brokerage account that's US based, I'm going to pay taxes because I'm making that money in the United States still. And so the only time is if you're, Austin's a perfect example, right? He's actually working outside he's actually making that money outside, which is sort of interesting because he's getting paid by Google, right? Or Alphabet. But I don't even know if that works, to tell you the truth. Like, for example, when I was working, I worked for the bank. If I'm working in Colombia, there's no way I could ever go and say, hey man, I was working in Colombia all these months. I'm not going to pay. I don't want to pay taxes unless I was, there a certain amount of time and my company allowed me to be there working remotely from there, So I'm just saying, you can get a pension, you can get, investments in the United States, but living in a different country is not going to hide you from those taxes.
Well, it does, because you do the bona fide residence test. You're outside for those 330 days.
That's what I'm saying. You're wrong.
I just finised reading it.
Yeah.
So,
well,
so there's foreign earned income exclusion and there's foreign tax credit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so I would say, I revert back to what I said before, is folks who are living overseas doing that, contact one of their licensed tax professionals where there are, not to listen to us, but to get straight dope. But in my experience, which might be different from yours in the country where you are, that's based on my experience, what I speak of, and the way I read.
Well, that's what I'm trying. Well, I don't. That's what I was sort of trying to make sure the point is clear, right? I would like it to be based on your experience, meaning you actually did it, right? Not just reading the damn thing on the internet like I could, right? Like, in other words, if you actually lived outside of the United States for over a year and you actually filed taxes and you were actually able to take that exemption, like let me ask you a stupid question.
No, but I answered your question. I did.
So, well, let me ask you a question. Are you earning a pension in the United States?
Yes.
And you're telling me, based on using that exemption, the one up to 120, right, that you weren't exempt from paying taxes on your pension that you earned in the United States?
So let's distinguish. There's filing taxes and actually paying taxes. Every American anywhere in the world, you gotta file your tax. You gotta put in your tax form.
Agreed.
If you file your taxes and you do your taxes the correct way, you have your annual growth, your adjusted gross income. I think it's line 9 on your tax form. If your adjusted gross income is 0 or less, that's your effective tax rate.
Well, you can. No, I mean, you don't have to. Like, for example, I'm assuming you're single. I'm single. I think the tax bracket, I think you don't, I mean, with standard deductions, for example, and all that stuff, if you're making like $40,000 a year, you're not gonna file any taxes. Like you can file, but you won't have to pay any taxes. Like, you know, like it's pretty.
Well, last time I was in Abu Dhabi, and it was 109,000 for the earner income exclusion. Me being Signal, the standard deduction was 12,500.
It just, yeah, exactly. It's 12,500 exactly.
Yeah, you just said 40,000.
No. I'm saying if you look at there's a standard deduction, but then there's the tax bracket, right? If you're making like 40,000 minus the standard deduction, right, and then you look at the tax bracket, you're going to fall in around that point. You're pretty much
marginal rate and effective rate.
Yeah, you're pretty much not paying any tax. That's what I'm saying. If you're
only back up, what country do you live right now?
I'm in the United States. I'm still working, right?
Well, you're in the States.
Yeah.
Have you filed taxes overseas yet?
Never.
Have you done foreign earned income exclusion?
Never.
Okay, so I see what you're saying. You're just saying that from what you've read, you're interpreted a certain way.
Yeah.
Whereas I've read it and I've done it.
That's what I'm trying to find out, right?
Well, because I told you, I read it and I did it, and that's what happened.
And the reason why is because I'm going to quit my job soon, and I get a pension, and I have a good amount of money, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not interpreting that the same way. That's why I'm saying that. And I guess it could. Yeah, I still find it hard. I'm going to read it. I'm going to read up on that more because I
don't read up on it. Just find a good expat tax attorney, a tax lawyer. I mean, tax accountant, and let them do it for you.
So let me ask you a stupid question. The money that
There's no stupid questions. There's only stupid people.
the money that you live on, right?
Yeah.
Are you living on a pension? Are you? I don't know. I don't even know how old you are. Are you on Social Security yet? Or are you living on?
I'm 58. I'm 58 years old. I'm living on my Marine Corps pension.
Okay.
100% VA disabled.
Okay.
And I'm Social Security SSDI also.
Okay. And so I would just say it's interesting. I haven't asked these people. I'm wondering because a lot of people. Let's just say that.
What state are you located in?
I'm in Raleigh.
Okay. So my last job working I was in Charlotte, and my firm was based out in Scottsdale, fully remote. And like I said, I was going to pick up a move out here. But previous to that, I was in Virginia. I know a fantastic expat firm in Virginia, but I don't know if they're licensed in North Carolina. So before you're getting a little ahead of the bow wave. When you're ready to go, just wherever you go, just get the accountant to give you the straight dope.
Dude, I'm organizing my money right now. I'm talking about I'm quitting my job like 7 weeks potentially, right? You know what I'm saying? But you're the first person, seriously. Like I know about this rule, right? But normally, from what I understood, it's for people that are actually working outside the country, earning that money outside the country. I've never heard anybody, and believe me, there's a lot of expats living in different countries, living, especially off Social Security and off of pensions, right? And I've never heard that they didn't have to pay taxes because of this exemption. That's what I'm saying. But maybe it's true.
Yeah.
So sorry, Austin. That's all. Let me
read this super chat because I'm just now catching on to what you're saying, Rico. The Black Investor sent 10. He sent a $10 super chat. But come park the money in the Bahamas. It's the closest tax-free country to North America and a great place to raise a family. Literally islands called family islands for rich actual passport bros. I've heard that a lot from the nomad capitalists as well.
These people are rich. Yeah. Well, and Bermuda too. Bermuda as well. Not just the Bahamas. Bermuda. I actually had a guy that's a billionaire buy a car from me, and his company is based out of Bermuda with multiple. When I Googled his home address in Massachusetts, holy cow, it was $7 million house. I was like, and then I Googled his name, and I was like, wow. So
really,
yeah. I sold a convertible. I mean, the dude didn't send anybody to look at it. He didn't. All he did was we negotiated. I got his WhatsApp still. We negotiated the money. He sent me the money, wired me the money, and he sent a car to pick it up. He never ever sent anybody to look at the car. He didn't even care if I started the car. It was crazy, but I put a new battery in and started it for him. but interesting conversation, interesting story, let's just say. But sorry, so sorry, you're gonna read this? Is this another one? I'm sorry.
I'm gonna read one more super chat, and then I'm gonna make a comment on what y'all were talking about. The Black invested in another $5 Canadian super chat for. Also, I could have 4 million and not want to donate to Austin. People got families, big ones too. Not everyone wants to give money to people online. Where'd that come from?
Yeah, I didn't understand that. I mean,
I don't understand that.
The dude did donate.
Yeah.
Also could have 4 million. I didn't understand that.
If I've got 4 million bucks, my family ain't hurting.
Yeah, I think I know what he was getting at. I'm not sure though. He'd have to tell me. But I know that there's two exclusions, right? There's the Foreign Earned Income Exclusion Act, and what's the other one?
The foreign tax credit.
Okay.
But you have to pass the test of, like I said, being out of the country for 330 days. And so, you've already done it.
Rico, you were saying that you didn't understand it because of the pensions and the Social Security, that you thought that wasn't part of it?
Yeah. I'm trying to find, wait a second. Yeah, the one I'm talking about, right, is I'm telling you, man, like foreign earned income. That means you actually earn income in a foreign country.
Oh, I see. Okay, I see. Okay, I see where you're getting at. You're conflating foreign earned income with meaning you're with a company that's not an American company.
No, it could be. No, it could be an American company.
Or it's a stream. The stream can start in the U.S., but if you're outside of the U.S. for 330 days, you fall under the earned income exclusion.
Yeah.
No matter what the stream is.
Yeah.
Just keep your ass out of the country.
Right. Like
you come in the country for business purposes, medical visits, things like that.
Yeah.
If you exceed the 30 days.
Like for example, you were just talking about the U.S. government jobs, right?
Yeah.
If the U.S. government gives me a job and I'm based out of damn Ho Chi Minh City or Bangkok, right? And I'm working for the U.S. government, I meet that qualification because I'm earning that money. Yeah. It doesn't matter if it's a U.S. government job or it could be a different company that but I'm earning that money outside the United States. Therefore, I don't have that. Everybody does that. That's a Dubai thing. Everybody's known that for years because they've been working in Dubai or wherever, and they don't have to pay taxes to the United States government. That I know, but I don't think that's the same as getting a pension. If I'm because dude, I'm gonna get a pension, right? I'm analyzing the shit out of all this stuff. I got good amount of money, right? So I got, like I said, I just locked in 600,000 in treasuries. I'm getting a pension. I'm moving my money.
What does your CPA say?
I don't use one of them, man.
You're an idiot.
Taxes aren't that. Taxes aren't that complicated. Taxes.
I'm done. Poppy, you're a great guy, but if you have these assets which you speak and you're not paying a CPA to manage it, you're an idiot.
No, man. I mean, seriously, TurboTax or whatever. I answer those questions. It's not that complicated to know, like if you're earning seriously, like there's just say ordinary dividends. Like what do you pay tax on ordinary dividends, right? What's your long term, capital gains tax versus short term? Those things people should know.
I think this conversation has gone to this logical conclusion there, Austin.
So my main point though was I don't believe that people can write off pensions, because that's not foreign earned income. That is not foreign earned income. That's
anything I'd say right now would be redundant. Listen to your tax professional fellas.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean that was the point, right? I know people that work in Dubai or work outside the United States and earn foreign income. They're taxed. They don't pay taxes on it up to that 120 or whatever that number is. But sorry. Oh, I didn't.
What was the issue? Because Will just sent me a message.
I'm sorry. I didn't see that either. That I didn't. I just saw it just now.
What was the issue though?
With me?
Yeah, what was the issue? Well, because I've seen some people in the chat saying too, like it's too much personal information online. What was the issue? I didn't really hear nothing too personal.
Wait, what is someone talking about? Maybe I asked Dan too much personal information.
I don't know. I don't know, but yeah, I don't know.
I was just asking if he gets a pension, because I mean, I was trying to understand. I was trying to understand where he earns his income, right? Because where you earn your income is how you would determine how you're paying your taxes, right? So that's why. So I don't know. I didn't see anything. I don't know.
Okay. You guys, I put the call-in link if somebody else wants to call in, because so far Wesner was the only one that wanted to call in. If anybody has any questions for the guest today.
So just curious, Austin,
I think the chat might be overreacting a little bit. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Overreacting to what? I'm not even. What are they saying? Put the messages up on the bar so I can read what you're talking about. Well, let's ask Dan. Did I ask any questions? Hey, Dan, get off mute.
I was not asked anything untoward, and I don't think it got too personal. No.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think the chat is overreacted.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that was about. I have no idea. Well, I wasn't watching the chat. I was just challenging, that because I think it is important to understand, plan for these things for the future and live in a different country and understand how much taxes you're going to pay. Because if all of a sudden you go to another country and you have to file, obviously everybody has to file taxes, but then you have to actually pay taxes, but you didn't budget to pay those taxes, you may not be able to live as good in a different country than you thought. And that's my problem, right? Is like, imagine if somebody budgeted like $4,000 a month to live in a different country. And then all of a sudden, because they based it on not having to pay taxes because they're living in a different country. And then all of a sudden they found out I got to pay taxes. You know what I mean?
I don't think you would though. I don't think you would. Let me bring in the next caller real quick. We got Felipe calling in right now. He's been in the chat for a minute.